At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
ABC 7, this is Eyewitness News.
Right now at 11, new guidance this morning on when women should screen for breast cancer. 40 is the new 50. So what's behind the change?
Another important health issue for women, over-the-counter birth control pills. We could see that sooner than later.
And we're seeing the May gray this morning. Cloudy, cooler. Brianna will tell us when we might see rain as well. Good morning to you. This is Eyewitness News at 11 a.m. We're live on ABC 7, Hulu, and wherever you stream. I'm Philip Palmer.
And I'm Giovanna Lotta. A new recommendation wants women to start screening earlier for breast cancer. A federal health task force wants to raise the age to 40.
Health specialist Denise Dedor is live in our newsroom sharing the advice from local doctors. Denise.
Well, Philip and Giovanna, for years, women have been getting advice from so many different sources. This should clear it up. The U.S. Preventive Services Task Force is a voluntary expert panel designated to review the latest evidence in order to guide Americans about how and when to do health screenings. In 2009, the task force recommended women of average risk should start mammograms beginning at age 50. Now this panel of experts have changed their minds. A reversal from the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force. They now recommend that most women should start screening for breast cancer at age 40. The group's earlier guidelines called for women to start at 50 and go every other year. At the same time, many professional medical groups have urged women to begin earlier.
There's so many different guidelines that are supposed to be designated for the American female population. That confusion creates uncertainty and lack of action.
Radiologist Dr. Richard Reitherman with Orange Coast Memorial Medical Center in Fountain Valley says mounting evidence shows higher rates of breast cancer among women in their 40s, including significant racial disparities. Black women are more likely to get aggressive cancers at a younger age and are 40% more likely to die of breast cancer than white women.
Underserved populations may be at economic disadvantage, geographic disadvantage, educational disadvantage, and this will help make everybody pay attention to a more inclusive America.
The task force's recommendations also influence insurance reimbursements. Downsides of screening early and often include the potential for false positives and the anxiety women suffer as a result. But experts say through the media and various social platforms, many young women have become quite educated about the process.
Women now realize that they can make their own decisions. They don't have to have a paternalistic umbrella to help them decide on health care. Give them the facts and they can make a best decision for themselves.
It's important to understand that the panel's recommendations are for average-risk women without symptoms. Doctors say younger women with a family history should talk to their physicians about their risks and whether to start screening even earlier. The task force's finalized guidance will be released in June. Denise Dedor, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Denise, thank you. An FDA advisory panel begins meetings today to decide whether to approve an over-the-counter birth control pill. They'll decide if drug maker Perrigo can make Opill, which currently requires a subscription, available on store shelves. The agency is concerned about the reliability of some of the company's data and some difficulty understanding the labeling instructions. A vote from the panel is expected tomorrow. Opill would be the first birth control pill to become available over the counter.
And now to your weather. We saw some cloudy skies and even a little drizzle out there. Will we see some actual rain, Brianna?
Yeah, there is a small chance. It's not going to be a lot of us that are going to see it, but especially if you're near the mountains or the foothills, you do have the potential to see a spotty, mostly light shower. There's just not a whole lot of moisture involved with this low that's going to be passing through Southern California. Now, aside from it, we do have the potential for some thunderstorms, and it looks like, if anything, it may just be some dry lightning, and that's for the mountains as we head into this afternoon. But it's not going to affect any of us really too much here as we head into tomorrow. It's going to be very spotty in terms of rain and in terms of drizzle. LAX right now, it's about 59 degrees. You can see it's going to be partly to mostly cloudy today. We will have some probably breaks and some peaks of some sun here and there, but we will see less clouds tomorrow. But just know it's going to be cloudy. It's going to be cooler today. We're mostly going to be topping out in the 60s. And as this low starts to get a little closer to Southern California, we're also going to see some winds pick up later today. So it's going to be becoming windy for areas of the high desert all the way down to the low desert, and then breezy elsewhere along the coast and to some of the valleys. You see that deep marine layer? It's covering much of Southern California, except for the high desert, where it's about 67 in Palmdale, and then all the way down at the coast, we're at like 59 degrees into Redondo Beach. We do have hot weather back in the forecast, so I'll let you know when that's happening. Coming up, Philip, Giovanna, back to you.
Brianna, thank you. Film and television writers are back on the picket lines this morning. In a letter to members yesterday, the Writers Guild of America said the strike is having an impact. The union said location shoots in both L.A. and New York have been shut down because of the strike. The union also noted all the support writers are getting from other unions. President Biden weighing in on the walkout at an event last night at the White House.
Nights like these are a reminder of the power of stories and the importance of